They used to say that in Igbele village, when the moon rises full like a big calabash of fire, you must not bend down between your legs to look back. That was the law. It was not a written law, not from the king or chief priest, it was from the spirits that owned the land. Every child in Igbele knew it. Every woman, every hunter, every trader, even visitors. Once they reach the market square, someone must whisper it to them. Don't try Don't bend down and look through your leg for this village, especially for midnight or inside market ground. If you try you go see wetin no human I suppose see. Long ago, people said one man did it and never came back home. Some said he turned to white smoke. Others said he ran into the forest and started crying like baby till he vanished. But you know how some people know they hear word? That's how this story started. Her name was Ajoke, a fine young woman, tall and strong like palm tree, stubborn like goat. Her mother was a widow who sold pepper in Igbele market. Ajoke had traveled to the city for some years and came back with fine dress and pride. She said village people were backward, that they believed too much in old stories. When she came back, market women were whispering that night was near Ero Day, the sacred night when spirits move around the market to count the souls of those who disobey. On that night, nobody goes near the market after sunset. But Ajoke, she laughed, all this your fair talk, no concern me. Spirits know they exist again. You people too local, she said. Even her mother begged her, Ajoke, don't mock the spirits of the land. Oh, what kills goat can kill human being. But Ajoke only hissed. That night, the wind changed. The moon came out bright like lantern of the gods. The village dogs were barking anyhow. The old women locked their doors early. Hunters returning from the bush refused to pass the market square. They took the long road behind the palm grove instead. But Ajoke could not rest. Something in her body kept calling her. She said she wanted to prove to everyone that nothing will happen if you bend and look. So around midnight, when her mother was sleeping, Ajoke tied her wrapper, took her lantern, and sneaked out quietly. The moonlight followed her like an eye. Crickets were singing. The road to the market was silent like grave. Even the trees looked as if they were breathing slow. When she reached the market square, she stood by the big Iroko tree. The stalls were empty, the air cold. She laughed small and said, "See me now, Ajoke. I go show them say nothing they happen for this world." She dropped her lantern beside her foot, placed both hands on her knees, and slowly bent down. The moon shone between her legs. For a moment, nothing happened. Then she looked. What she saw made her breath stop. Behind her, the market was no longer empty. People were working everywhere, but not living people. They were tall, thin like shadows, wearing white cloth that no breeze could move. Their eyes were red fire, and their feet no touched ground. They were the spirits of the market, Ara Orisha, Awan Aye. They were counting the stalls one by one, whispering names no human should hear. Ajoke's lantern went off by itself. Her body began to shake, but she couldn't move. Her mouth wanted to scream but no sound came out. Then one of the spirits turned slowly toward her. It had no face, only a deep dark hole where eyes should be. The spirit raised its hand and pointed at her. Human eye that look where it must not see, it said, must become our eye. Ajoke fell backward and ran. She ran without seeing road, hitting baskets and stones, until she reached home. But by the time she entered her mother's hut, her eyes had turned white. No pupil, no black, nothing. Just white. Her mother shouted and fainted. By morning, the story had spread like fire. People came from every corner of Igbele to see her. Some said she was possessed. Others said she had seen the market spirits. The chief priest of the shrine came and shook his cowries. He said, "The land is angry. She has opened the door between the living and the spirits. If nothing is done, they will come for more souls." That night, thunder started rolling even though no rain fell. Wind carried strange voices. The goats refused to eat. The river at the edge of the village began to bubble like pot of soup. Then people started disappearing. First, the night guards. Then two women who sold yam. Then a child who was playing near the market. Nobody saw where they went, only footprints leading into the air, as if they walked up to the sky. The chief priest said it was because Ajoke looked through her legs and broke the ancient boundary. He said the spirits had seen through her eyes, and now they could see everyone. They tied Ajoke to the sacred Iroko tree, surrounded by charms and kolanut, and begged the spirits to forgive. But when the moon rose again, the ground started to shake. From the forest came a sound like many drums beaten by themselves. The air filled with dust. Then something started walking out of the market. Tall shapes, hundreds of them, coming slow, slow. People screamed. Mothers carried their children and ran. Men left their machetes and fled. The king's palace door broke open by itself, and wind carried his crown into the night. The spirits were taking people, not killing, just taking. They touched you, and you turned into white smoke and followed them. Ajoke's mother ran to her daughter and cried, "Please, my child, tell them sorry. Tell them you know me am." But Ajoke only whispered, "Mama, they are calling my name, they are calling everybody." And then, before her mother's eyes, she too turned to white smoke and followed the others. By morning, half of Igbele was empty. The market was gone, every stall, every basket, every trace. Only the big Iroko tree remained, standing alone in the center, dripping something red that looked like palm oil but smelled like blood. Those who survived ran to nearby villages, telling the story. Nobody ever went back to live there. The forest swallowed the place. And even today, when hunters pass near the ruins of Igbele, they say you can still hear Ajoke's voice singing softly in the night. If you bend down and look, you will see what you must not see. Some say she became queen of the market spirits. Some say she still looks for her mother. But one thing all the elders agree, if you enter any market at night, or if you hear strange whisper, don't bend down and look between your legs. Because once you see what lies behind you in the spirit world, you can never unsee it again.